Welcome to our advanced video on BB Annotate. If you're wondering what Annotate is or why it's an advanced video that you're seeing, please go back and watch our basics video for the details first. This video focuses on a lot of the tools that are brand new in Annotate. They didn't exist at all in our previous inline grading system. So those include a bunch of advanced annotation techniques. So we've got lines and shapes, we've got text boxes, we've got pictures and stamps. We also have a sidebar navigation feature that can be really helpful if you've got lots of pages or lots of annotations. We have a content library which allows you to save comments that you want to reuse across assignments in the same class or even across classes. And you can also download, print, and search these documents, and we'll show you how to do that. Alright, let's get started. Instead of using the comments tool, you might want to leave text directly on the paper. You can do that here as well, and that's with the text box icon. Click that, and again we get options. We have the text color, we have the background for the entire text box. Again, we have the transparency, and this applies to both the text color and the background. We've got a number of different fonts that we can choose. We can control the size of our text. We can control the alignment, so if it's left aligned, centered, or right aligned. And we can also control how it's vertically aligned within the text box. Now, the way the text boxes work, this won't matter unless you resize the text box after you do some typing. We get that the way we want it. Just click where we want to put our text and we can start typing. And it's right there in the document, just like it was typed right on top. And I promised you I'd show you that we can resize it. If I resize it here, notice it's up at the top. If I click these alignment things, it moves among the different alignments in the text box. And again, if we don't like our text, all we have to do is click the trash can to get rid of it. So a new tool that you'll notice is the Lines and Shapes tool. So if I click on this, you get a bunch of different lines and shapes and things like that. I'm going to kind of present these to you in two groups. I'm going to present line and arrow together and then the shapes together. So if I click on line, I get some options here. And they should look pretty familiar. You can choose what color you want your line to be. You see this background color drop down here, but it actually doesn't do anything. There are no background colors for the lines. You can see how transparent it is and the size, just like you did with the drawing tool. And you've got these three line tools here. So they are, from left to right, the tool that sets what the arrow looks like at the beginning, the line style, so how kind of dotted it is, and what it looks like at the end. So the only difference between line and arrow is arrow starts out with this arrow already selected, and line, well, we've now changed it, but if we were just getting started, it would just have the line started out as a line. When we're ready to draw, we just click at the start and go to the end, and you notice the arrow options that we've chosen are right there on that arrow. And again, if we messed up and we need to get rid of it, the trash can icon is right here. So shapes work kind of the same way. If I choose a rectangle here, I can choose the border color, and this becomes the fill color, so what it looks like in the middle of the shape. I can choose how transparent the shape is, how wide the border is, and again, what the border looks like. It can be solid, it can be dotted, or it can be this fun little wavy cloud kind of thing. And I can draw it right there on the paper. And again, there's the trash can if I decide I don't like what I got. So the next tool is completely new, and that allows you to either insert a picture or what's called a stamp into the student's document. So you click this icon here to insert a picture, and your file dialog will appear, and you can choose a picture, and it will After a brief pause, paste it into your document. You can move it around, you can resize it, and you can make it transparent. If you don't like it, again, you can click the trash can, and that's pretty much it. Stamps are a little different. They're kind of pre-made pictures with various text on them. There is a custom stamp button here. I don't recommend using it because they don't go from document to document or from course to course. So there's a better way to do things that you're going to have to reuse, and we'll show you that a little later. But you just pick a stamp, and it pops in a picture that you can then drag around. So if you want to edit your annotations later, it really depends on what type of annotation it is. So for pictures, shapes, text boxes, you can click on it, and when you do, you'll get the same menu up here that you had when you created it. And you also have the trash can that you can click to completely get rid of it. On the item itself, you can change the size with the handles here, or click Duplicate to copy it. Free drawing works much the same way. When I click on that, I get that same menu, and I can click Duplicate to copy it. You can also resize the drawing with these handles. A word of warning about that, the pieces of the drawing may be different than you think they are. So if you did a couple of clicks to draw something here and you resized it, it might only resize part of it. So comments are a little different. When you click on the comment, whether it's in text or it's a free comment, you don't have the ability to change the text. You can add more text here and click Reply, or to get rid of the comment altogether, you can click the trash can. Now the other things that you did, the highlighting, underlining, and such, if you click on those, you actually get some options that you never saw up here. So for highlighting, you can change the color and how dark the highlight is. And for underlining, strike through, and other such things, you can do the same. Again, like everything else, click on the trash can to remove it. So on the far left, there's a sidebar tool. If I click on this, I have different options that I can use. Outline and bookmarks really aren't terribly useful, but we'll cover the other two. So thumbnails will show you a small image of each page, similar to what you'd see if you were in Adobe Reader. It makes it easier to navigate the page. There's also annotations, which gives you an index of all of the annotations that you made, who made them, and when they were made. You can click on one to be brought to it, or if you click the trash can next to it, you'll delete the annotation. We'll close up the sidebar for now. One tool you may find extremely useful is the content library. So what the content library does is it allows you to create a bank of comments that you can use in any of your classes in any paper. So they stay with you as long as you're signed into Scholar. So you see I have one here. All you do to add a comment is to click this plus sign, and it'll ask you to add something to it. We click Save, and it's added to our content library. So now I have 2 items here that I can choose from. So to put something into the document, you click the 3 dots here. This copy to clipboard doesn't work, so you'll have to use Place Comment. When you do that, your mouse allows you to click somewhere. We'll click, and it automatically starts a comment with that information. I'm still able to edit it, so if there's something specific I need to put in, I can put it right there. Click Reply, and it's saved as a comment. You can edit these if you click on the 3 dots and choose Edit. It'll pop you right back into that box, and you can click Save. It won't change any existing comments, but for the future, you'll have that edited comment to use. If you don't need a comment in your content library anymore, you can click the 3 dots and choose Delete. Now, I just have 2, so I don't need to search through it, but if you've got a bunch, you may need to search your content library for them. Search box right here, it's really easy to use. Just type, and it will filter your content library to just comments that contain that text. When you're done with the content library, just click it again, and it goes away. So we do have some more tools here on our toolbar. You can print the document with all of the annotations by clicking the print button. You have a short wait, and when you do that, your browser's print dialog will come up with the annotations already ready to go. We're not going to use that right now because I don't actually have a printer connected. You can also download the annotated document by clicking the download button, and when you do, your browser will ask you to save it with the normal dialog. So we also have a search button here. This will search only the student's text. It won't search your comments. So if I look for Wikipedia, that's in my comments, so it's not going to find that. But if I search for Cleopatra, it will find that. So that's BB Annotate. We hope you find it useful. If you have any questions about any of the things you saw in this video, you can reach out to us at scholarsupport@cnu.edu or 757-594-8931. Thanks for watching.